Every day is just one heartbeat away from a headline. This is Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski, featuring retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindaffer.
It's going to be really interesting to watch that and to see if Ann Taylor is going to regret this decision or be happy with the decision to really push Judge John, on the moving of the case, because you're kind of rolling the dice when you do that. You could get another Gull, or you could have Judge John Judge, who was pretty lenient, but then you're taking into account, like, what's the lesser of the evils here? Having the jury pool that is likely fairly tainted in that small community, or getting a wider jury pool. Ultimately, it is the jury that makes the decision at the end of the day. But a lot of these trials and a lot of these cases, a lot of the beef of it happens before the actual case or the trial even starts. It's in all of these hearings that lead up to the actual trial itself.
Oh, that's absolutely true. What evidence is allowed? What evidence isn't allowed? Are there Brady Giglio issues against any of the officers? The venue change has been huge. The demolishing of the house, that decision was huge. There were so many decisions that have already been made that have such huge impact. And don't forget, now with a new judge, these lawyers, both sides, except for with the House, could offer reconsideration motions on certain motions that have already been decided.
Yeah.
So this has huge impact. And I should say, I don't want to mislead, the House, neither side cared whether it was demolished.
Yeah.
So it was it's an easy situation for Judge when neither side cares. But on these other motions, each side had very strong opinions.
And that was a weird thing that both sides wanted that. Were totally fine with the house being gone. I know we talked about it back when they demolished the house, but you got a little more history here on it, a little more, time since it's happened. Have you ever made any sense as to why the both sides were like, yeah, go ahead, get rid of it? Because it seems like it'd be something the prosecution would want to hold on to.
I agree. It made all the sense in the world for the defense. The defense did not want a jury walking through this horrific crime scene with blood spatter everywhere, with the impression of bodies. Oh my gosh, it would have been just the eeriness of it all.
Yeah.
It would have been very, probably prejudicial toward the prosecution's point. As to why the prosecution, didn't have any issue with it, all I can think is they're happy with all the videos that have been created. But as you and I both know, and I think spoke about, I can look at a house online with this amazing video tour that's cost thousands of dollars. And it doesn't compare when I go there and I say, wait a minute, the ceiling looks way lower and I can hear the neighbors. And wow, this is what it sounds like when I go up the stairs. So.
Yeah. It just seemed, we saw in the Murdaugh case how powerful it was for the jury to go and take the field trip over to the dog kennels. And I know that's not a super common thing to do, but in some really big cases like this, those sort of things go on. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense for that property to be gone, even if it's preserved in a 3D form. It's still just not the same. Little foreshadowing into when we actually do get to trial. That alibi defense, I think that's still kind of up for grabs if it's going to be allowed in. That could be debated. It seemed Judge John Judge was kind of okay with it. We don't know what this judge is going to say and what kind of an alibi it actually is, being it's just he likes to go drive and look at the stars. How do you think that's going to play going forward in this?
Well, I think that alibi only hurts the defense. Mm-hmm. I think the defense wishes they could just take a hook and just pull back on that defense. The prosecution is pleased with that defense because it already offers up him being in and around the area that all of their cellular data shows he's there. Yeah. It just gives a reason for why he's there. I think it was one of the worst alibis I've ever seen.
And the thing is, Ann Taylor, she's not a dumb attorney. She's pretty good. Look how many motions she's had for delaying this and moving this around. Her tactics they're pretty good so far. This is an attorney I think you want if you're Bryan Kohberger. But on that same point, why do you think they brought that alibi defense forward? Was it we have nothing else? I mean, is it? I mean, if there's some sort of evidence that's out there that is exonerating, I would think we would have heard it by now. Of course, we don't know that for sure. But to bring that one forward, it just baffles me as to why anyone said this is a good idea, unless that's the only idea.
I agree with you. It was the only choice. The evidence the prosecution has is too strong. Mm-hmm. They're going to have video evidence beyond what we've even seen. They're going to have cellular data beyond what we've even seen. It's going to be way too powerful for them to just say, no, he was at home taking a nap. It's that idea is unfathomable and it's unprovable to them. So they had to go with where the proof is and just provide another reason.
Yeah. It's such a bizarre one to take a look at. Well, you've been right so far. You said at the very beginning of this that it was going to be 2025 for the trial itself, and now you're saying 27. You've been the one that's on track with it, so I'm not going to be surprised if this does continue to get pushed back that far.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It really is. I feel so bad. I heard from one of the victim families over the weekend, and it's just so hard on these victim families. Now, we know Ethan Chapin's family came to terms with this. They all left for a couple of months and united as a family, united in their, their religious beliefs, and have forgiven, moved on, have their tulip garden and their wonderful sweatshirts, which if your viewers haven't bought them, they are amazing. I have one, so warm and high quality, by the way. And they've moved on. But for the other families, they haven't all moved on, and they want to see adjudication and of the person that they believed killed their loved one.
Yeah. And hopefully they will find that sooner than later.
Let's be honest. Nothing kills the thrill of a good murder mystery like a commercial for laundry detergent. It's like someone slapping a closed sign on your favorite dive bar. But you're not here for that, are you? You're here for the good stuff. So ditch the ads and upgrade to True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. With True Crime Today Premium Plus, you get your crime straight. No chaser. Commercial free with extended interviews and early access. It's like getting the bartender's special when the bar's already closed. Search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe and drink it all in.